So that's why I'm doing this stuff. Then there's the Sitra Achra. Sitra Achra means literally the other side, or the flip side of holiness. In other words, again, a force that God created, which He uses to His purposes, and yet seems within the drama to have a separate, independent existence, and can seem to succeed over and above what maybe should be. He succeeds more than he should. But above the drama, which we have to have a reference point, above the drama of our lives, above the things that Shekhinah is in exile, and that Israel is not doing so good, and that things are not so great, and I made so many mistakes in my life, above that level of the drama, it's like a split screen. Above that, everything is actually absolutely going according to perfect plan. And it's almost like, the difference when you see a mural on the wall, a beautiful painting, and then you look down at the puzzle, which is like 1 billion pieces, and they're all over the place, and you can't make any sense of it. You keep looking up, and then you can start identifying pieces and how to fit them together. And you have to keep having to reference that mural. And where's that mural exist? It only exists in the higher recesses of our own minds. And the prophets have told us that it exists, that the Edenic state still exists within us, but we have to go deep inside of ourselves to access it. And then when we come out into the world, we come out into the world, we can even maybe make a difference in the way we say a bracha, in the way we learn our Torah, in the way we interact with each other. So it's a little bit, please forgive me if, I'm really trying to stay on a certain track. There's probably even a few other names, but I think we did justice to it. So the parable that I want to tell you is that it's based on sources, and so after I tell the parable, I give the sources, and I go into each source. It's like really interesting. Where's that chapter? Let's look at it together. Chapter 9. Page 175, the parable of the Satan and the souls of redemption. Page 175. On 174, you see a quote from the Ari. Very interesting. The Satan is famous in stories like the devil in Daniel Webster and in Goethe's Faustus. Two stories that I happen to know, maybe you know others. The devil, that's another word for him, the devil. Is devilish, right? And Nachash literally means snake. And so I play with the word snake, sneak. So, and why is it therefore called a snake? Because it hypnotizes. So, but here on page 174, nearer to the top, now as we said, Sam, using Nachash. Sam is the spiritual, and Nachash is the physical counterpart. He steals energy from Adam in the form of holy sparks and holy souls. It's really a raunchy character. He's really into he's the underground. He's the mafia that Hashem allows to exist. As a result, Sam is made to think that he has power. Because look, I got all these souls, I got all these sparks. And he becomes hungry for more. And he dreams of nothing less than taking complete control of the world. As I say in the parable that we're about to see, he also, when he comes to heaven, he bows down before God. And he says, "Yes, Master." And Hashem says to him, "Don't try and fool me, Satan. I know you don't believe in me. You're just full of all these, you're too smart for yourself, Satan. Your mind works in such seedy ways." So I think a lot of the book is playing with this, and it's playful, but it's also serious. So again on 174, hungry for more, he dreams of nothing less than taking complete control of the world. Wow. Complete control, and his pawns are none other than those weak-willed human beings whom he deludes into thinking that they can get away with murder. The Paros and the Nebuchadnezzars and the Ahmadinejabs and the Khomeinis, right? And the Assads Because in this world, it seems like, hey, I can do whatever I want. I can kill as many people as I want. And Hashem lets them get away with it, which is like really heavy. Hashem, please, what's going on? Again, there's within the drama, where people are dying as a result of all this, and there's above the drama, where death doesn't exist, where everything is just a play that we're part of, a very serious drama that we're in. But we have to have reference to above the drama, so that we have the power to come into the drama. Just like you come into the matrix, but you know, you're conscious. You have the power to make the difference within the matrix, to wake each other up, to be awake with each other, to see ourselves as we really are, and not be fooled. So that Judaism is like totally based on connecting up to our higher soul. Our soul root, and our prayers are all connected to that. The whole prayer system. Opening up the Torah at the top of the prayer system and taking out the Torah. Right? It's all symbolic of that we're connecting to this ultimate truth that's beyond and above what people know. And bringing it into our lives. And in internalizing it. So back on 174, as the Ari revealed, as a direct result of Adam's sin, Sam, here I forgot to capitalize it, Sam captured millions of holy souls. As a result of the sin of Adam, Sam, this power that Hashem created, captured souls from Adam. He stole souls. The Zohar says that when Yaakov impersonated Esau in front of his father, Isaac, and got the blessing from his father Isaac, that he was taking back what the Nachash had taken from Adam in the Garden of Eden. That Jacob is Adam, taking back what the Nachash, it's playing with our heads here, that Jacob taking back from Esau, or taking from Esau, almost like he's a thief. He took what's not his. So the Zohar says, whoa, 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 don't go there. Don't think that you know better than the deeper levels of the Torah, where what he's doing is he's taking back. And the Torah itself says later on in Ki Tetzei le'milchama al oivecha v'shivita shivyo, when you go out to war against your enemies and you take captives of his captives. And the Or HaChaim, based on the Ari that we're going to read right now, the Or HaChaim says, look at what the Torah says, that we're taking captives of his captives, of our enemies' captives. That means he took captives from us, and we're just taking them back. That our energy gets co-opted by forces other than what we would really prefer to do. But it's because we're unconscious, we don't know. So before we're even aware of it, most of our energy has been stolen. And most of Judaism is about getting my energy back. All the mitzvot are about getting my energy back and keeping it and enhancing it when I do get it back. That's the negative mitzvot, are the keeping and the enhancing and the building of myself through my own energy. But the initial thing is I got to get back. Because look what happened until now. I wasn't aware that I had a lot of holes in my bucket. And so therefore I don't have my energy that I was given when I was born and that I get every day in the morning. Because my ideas, the way I've been living, is my energy has been being sucked out of me and I didn't even know it. It's going like really crazy here. Forgive me. But I want to get my energy back. And that's the idea of making the Beit HaMikdash, is when the Beit HaMikdash exists, all of the energy of the world is focused in there and goes out from there. But when we don't have a Beit HaMikdash, it's all scattered all over the place. And the Jewish people go into exile in order to retrieve sparks of holiness that are everywhere. So let's be busy being part of the tikkun. Right? Let's be busy retrieving, redeeming. There's a whole thing here where I say that when we say Mechayim Metim, Hashem, you revive the dead. we're referring to the sparks of holiness that are lying trapped in various different ideologies and places. And that us as Baal Teshuvas and the Jewish people in general, our job is to release them. And it's called reliving and reviving the dead. Matir Asurim, we're freeing the prisoners. We're Malbish Harumim, we're dressing the naked. There's a literal level to each one of them, and yet there's a level that on that deep level called soul and sparks, that what we're doing here in this world are spiritual actions. So Judaism, again, always was a double meaning religion. You do something in the physical world, but it has this awesome reverberations up to the highest worlds. That's why when we do little things like lighting a candle, like it's a cosmic act. And it's so sweet to know that. Right? Otherwise, Judaism is reduced, and diminished to just a bunch of stuff that you say and a bunch of stuff that you do. And you keep all the laws, right? But where's your soul? So I think that our generation wants our soul back. And so these teachings, for me, are at least are the part are pointing in the right direction. You can see now why I am not the one who speaks on this audio book. An author can't read his own book because I have to explain it. Every sentence here I got to explain, right? Okay, that's why we got this amazing guy. His name is Bob Kuhn. And he has an English accent, and his logo is spoken like a gentleman. So enjoy it. Like this is the first 4 chapters of the book. Tripped out. Okay. So the Ari is there. It's staring at me. I'm not sure I read it. We're going to go into the parable. You can read the Ari on your own. The parable of the Satan. I mean, you can be English and say Satan, but it's like, okay, either way it's fine. And the souls of redemption. While Sam thinks he's successfully fooling people, God in heaven sees all. Nothing happens just by chance, and nothing is hidden from heaven's scrutiny. Certainly not the comings and goings of this troublesome character named Sam. In the end, God will use him to bring the whole drama around to its messianic ending. Hashem uses this incredible angel that he created that really is a terrible creature. But when we see through him, he will be the means through which the messianic redemption will come forth. Whoa, interesting. You know, there's a very good movie that was made, the old version and the new version. This is not in the book. But the old version of Charlie, what's his name? And the Chocolate Factory. What? Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Right.
So, you know, it's very interesting that there's a character in the movie called Slugworth.
Right.
And he tries to convince the kids who are going to go inside of the chocolate factory to steal the recipe of one of Willy Wonka's world famous recipes. And he has money and he dresses like dark syndicate, and he stands in a dark alley, and he's willing to give you money, and he wants you to go against, you know, the morality. And so the kids are in there, and there's the whole story. I'm not going to tell the whole story, but Charlie, right? Charlie is the main character, and his grandfather, together with Charlie, or makes Charlie take a piece of candy. You're not supposed to do that, but he does it. But just as they're about to go out, Charlie sneaks back into the office of Willy Wonka and puts the candy on the desk. And this is the amazing moment in the movie when Willy Wonka, the master of the chocolate factory, who is really playing, it's really on the symbolic level, he is God, because everything in his office is half. The picture on the wall is half, the lamp is half, everything is half, because God, in a sense, without man to complete the picture, God himself is half. And that's how that's represented in that movie. I don't know the new version. People told me, don't even look at it.
I know, it's not good.
And so he runs out and he says, "You did it! Charlie, you did it!" What did I do? He was so scared. "You did it! You were honest. You didn't take it. That was the whole thing was all about. I made a world where everything can be taken and you can think you can get away with it. And then who walks into the office at that moment? Slugworth. But he has a different name now. I forgot his name. And Charlie says, that's Slugworth. And Willie says, no, that's Mr. He works for me. Oh my goodness, great. That's an incredible scene, right? Evil works for God.